Hello, welcome. It's Monday. I'm Mia Voss. You're here in the Jagoot Village. Look there, right at the bottom, a free community where we teach anyone, and I mean anyone, the basics of how to travel anywhere in the world for free. Guess who I have today? Hi, Carrie.
Well, hello, Mia. I'm so excited. It's been almost feels like forever, even though it was just in April, the last time that we did this. And I'm just so glad to be back. I'm so excited. This is the most exciting week of my entire time in JGOOT. So I'm excited to be here, excited to be with you as always, and to connect with our friends in here in the village.
Yay, excellent. And let's see who's the first commenter that we can see. Of course, it's Brooke from above.
There
Hello,
she
lovely.
is.
All right, the world is right. The world is complete. Brooke is here.
Mhm.
So we're going to pull up some comments here too. And let me just do a little bit of housekeeping as I do every time. We'd love to be able to see your face and your see who we're talking to. So go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give it permission so that we can see your name and your face. Sometimes it doesn't show up that well, but that's the only thing you're giving permission to. Don't get weirded out. It's all good. We promise. We promise. So we're going to have a great, Darlene's here. So everybody's, I love your shirt, Team Jagoot. I mean, if you're coming to Denver this coming weekend, you'll see Carrie in person. You'll see me in person. I'm emceeing the event, but that's pretty exciting. Oh, we've got Ridgeway, Colorado here, ready to drive. Oh, see, there it is. She's ready to drive over. Yay. Hi, Ronnie from Fort Lauderdale. All right. We have somebody who's also saying hi to you. There's going to be a lot of hi Carries. Now, listen, I usually am showing Carrie's comments in the background here during our show because you're so helpful and you're always answering questions and letting people know. So, of course, now what do you do? Tell us what you do with Jagoot, and then we're going to talk about the book.
Yes. So I have the privilege of being one of our advisors, and so you'll see links. And Mia and I will share some different tools for you along the way as we go through. But I always joke and say, like, I'm the front line, right? There's myself and there's Anthony. So you're here. You've read the book. You're looking to have a conversation about more, how to go deeper, further, faster into the Jagoot way. And that's what I'm here for. That's what Anthony's here for. So I'm somebody that picks up the phone or calls you when you set up a call to talk about our lounge for some basic questions to really make things make sense and just advise you on the best steps to go from the book forward. That's kind of here.
I love that. So that's why you always see Carrie say, all right, let's set up a call so we can chat with you and see if this is the great fit for you. So that's our first, the first responder, so to speak.
Yeah, I joke and say that I'm cannon fodder, right? Like I'm on the front lines. I'm here to meet everyone. And I love meeting strangers. Hence why I'm on the front lines, because I've never met a stranger in my life. My mom was always so worried growing up that I would be kidnapped, but she wouldn't even be able to file a kidnapping complaint or thing because I probably went willingly, right? So
I always think of that one meme from The Simpsons when it's like the little kid, they're throwing him back through the window. It's like he's saying like, ooh, this kid, he's too friendly. And I love that. People are so excited.
Real quick, really tiny story. Even flying, like growing up flying, my mom worked for America West. If you remember America West or AirCal or US Airways, tell me in the comments if you remember those three brands. But my mom worked for America West, and we flew standby from the time I was 2 to 12. And from the time that I could sit by myself, my mom would gleefully put me next to a stranger because I left with a friend, right? I left with a friend at 6 years old by myself.
A true extrovert. Me, I'm an outgoing introvert. I like to say that you are a true expert. Oh, I love this. Somebody said they had their call with you. Hold on, I'll pull this up.
Yeah, that was Darlene. I saw
Darlene. Yes, that's super sweet. So listen, we're going to talk about, again, now you bought the book. Now what do you do? Which I love. Anthony was going to jump in. He's got something going on. So I've got, you're like my mirror image of my personality. I'm like, it's me and Carrie. We got this going on. So we don't know how long we're going to go. It may be, maybe a quickie. We're not sure, but we will also be answering questions. And then, of course, we have Shannon that's here. Shannon says she remembers them too. Diane from, New Jersey is here. So please comment. We're going to have two giveaways, $200 travel savings card. One is going to be a question from Carrie, and then the other one will be at the end with a random comment number that we're going to pull. So that means you have a really great chance of winning a gift card, even if you don't know the answer. I know the answer already, but that's okay.
We've
We've got
2 in the middle. We've got 2.
Oh, we have 2 in the middle. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, I missed that one.
$100 total in travel savings cards today.
Awesome. Okay, so listen, because Carrie is giving his time today, Laura, if you could comment Carrie, and we'll set up a call with you because I want to filter them through you, of course. And of course, we do have our conference this weekend. We have Brooklyn Joe here. My Journey Beyond the Book is the movie. It's a book. It's a movie. It's a screenplay. Oh my gosh, everybody is so excited. So, all right. Well, listen, we also have experts that'll be answering your questions here too. So if we don't get to it, you'll get an answer. At least somebody's going to give you some information. All right. So are you ready to roll?
Let's party. So yes, we're here super excited to meet you, to be here. I'm huge on interaction. And so that comment box down there, if you hear something, or I might say, hey, show me your favorite emoji. So right now, drop in your favorite emoji, pick one. It could be the rose. It could be the little devil horned guy. It could be the 100%. And so I love interaction because the more I see from you, because we're on a streaming platform right now. So that way our back end is easy for us to go through. So the more you comment, the more we see it, the best it is for us. So I love a good interaction. So if that's you, I hope so. Even if you're just one of those lurkers that just kind of watches, drop an emoji. Show me the flame emoji. Show me the turkey emoji. Show me what's flag? What country do you want to visit next? Go into that flag section and drop that down there. I'm not going to play flag, what's it called? Like Flag Jeopardy, because they're really tiny over here.
They're so tiny. I'll tell you what my favorite is of the emojis is the melty face. I don't know why the melty one, it just doesn't even mean anything, but it just seems to fit on so many things.
It just conveys the right kind of emotion.
Yeah, and you're just kind of like, oh my gosh, we have some.
Anyway, so you
and the upside down one I love too.
I see Japan. I love the upside down smiley face. There's a little shaka. I'm going to Hawaii because I followed rule number 1. I'm going to Hawaii in September, and so we'll talk about that here in a second. But our main topic today is really point hedging 101. And if you've read the book, tell me, type the word read, R-E-A-D, in the comments.
And how many times? I want to hear how many times you've read it too, because I think one read is not enough.
How many times have I read it, or you?
Well, how many times has everybody read it? But how many times have you read it? Let's put your business on the highway.
Well, since I get to talk to people all day long about the concepts of this book, and this is something, if you're going to be here this weekend, look what this is. This is the most recent update, and it's you can touch it. You can touch it. I didn't print this one, but I did print out the PDFs because I wanted to be able to mark it up. But now that I have this here, I've started using flags in it and Post-its and everything. So if you've read it, type the word read. If you don't know what book we're talking about, or if you haven't read the book yet, drop the word book, and either myself or one of our other team members will get into the comments and give you a link, reply to your comment, to make sure you get the book, because this is where we're going to talk from. So if you haven't read the book, that's okay. Still be here, still be present, still take the information, and we'll be able to go from there. Just understand that this replay will be available for you to watch, so that when you grab the book, then you come back and you can watch it. That way it's there. So no, this book is the exact same as the ebook. We're just now, because Brooke is amazing, Brooke from above, who's here, she's really worked her tail off to make this happen. So that way, if you're coming to the conference that next weekend, or this weekend, like I leave in 2 days, then you have an opportunity to pick up one of these first edition copies. And Joel will be there too. If you're into autographs, then it'll be here for you to get autographed if you can catch us if you can. And I'll sign it too. I mean, I don't have any pictures or my name's on here at all, but shoot, I'll sign it. I don't mind that. And we can take some.
Oh, I think that'd be great. It'll be like a yearbook kind of thing.
Yeah. There is space back here. We should do a yearbook from JGOOT with love, right? Anyway.
Oh my God. That's such a great idea. And it shall be so. Sue, that's great. Thank you. Sue says that read it once in full and dip in daily. I love it. I love it. And I know everybody's asking how much the physical copy will be. We'll have all that information for you too.
So if you're not attending the event yet, so these are going to be available first for our conference attendees, and then we will have all of that information available for you to order it and get it shipped to your house coming here very soon. So give us a little grace on that if you're a little old school. I like being able to touch and feel my books. I grew up with a mom that was a reader, so that was huge and crucial for that. But anyway, drop the word book. I see it coming, a lot of comments in there, and we'll get that link to you for sure. So, but we're here to talk about, okay, now you've read it, so what's next? Make sure I can click the right thing. Here we go. So we're going to talk about recapping the core concepts. And so what are the major takeaways from this book that we would love for you to take and apply, right? This is a leisure read. It's really fun. There's lots of great pictures. I'm dirty for a picture book. I don't know about you, but it's a fantastic thing because there's visuals, right? But however, this is a book of principles, right? This is a book of skills. These are meant for you to take and then go do, right? Read it, learn it, do it. Okay, read it, learn it, do it. So we're going to talk about a few of those things and some of the core concepts as we go forward. My personal experiences, I was exposed to JGOOT about somewhere between 18 months to 2 years ago. And Shannon, who's in here, is a longtime family friend, which is impossible because she's only 29. I couldn't possibly have known her for almost 20 years with her only being 29. And I saw her lifestyle change. I know her kids, I know her husband. Our lives are intertwined. Our families have been friends for 2 decades. And all of a sudden I saw this shift. And I was like, And she was really smart about this, right? And so I just watched and I watched and I watched and I finally asked, I'm like, what are you doing? And so she took a few of the principles that are listed in here and she's like, Carrie, go do this. Carrie, go do that. She didn't tell me that you need to got to do this, you got to do that, all this complicated stuff. She took one little thing because she knows me, right? To hook me. Yeah, I'm a brat. It's fine. What I've said about you, I've said to you. So it's totally fine. That's a clear thing about my personality. I'm never going to talk behind your back, never going to share your secrets. But she took a couple concepts that are now in this book and said, Carrie, go try this. Carrie, go try that. I'm like, I got a 7-point redemption going to Hyatt. I got a great deal with a free upgrade by doing, and then now actually in September, my significant other and I, we're going to go to Kona, Hawaii. If you are into an island life or you love to vacation in the islands, drop that palm tree in there or show me the coconuts. And let's see, how many island fans do we have here? Who's going to travel the Jagoot way to your islands? Like, I'm going to Hawaii, but there's Bahamas and Seychelles and Maldives and the Caribbean. And if you are an island fan, do that. But I was able to piece together a 100% cash deal I didn't use any points for myself, my significant other for a whole week. And the trip is costing us less. This is hotel, rental car too, and flights, less than $2,000. Going to Kona, Hawaii and staying at resorts. We're getting a rental car. I reserved a convertible because how many times? I mean, what else do you want to drive? So that's my most recent personal experience because I really took faith in rule number 1, like using rule number 1 and go where the cash deals are. I canceled a trip to New York City to then rebook and go to Hawaii. And they're totally very different places, completely. Mia's in New York City right now. And you cannot, that's apples to oranges, or it's apples to persimmons. It's something very opposite, apples to coconuts. And big apple to coconut. That makes a lot of sense. Here we go. Let's key that. But because of the deal, our flights were less than $200 per person. It's economy, but I got exit rows because there are whole other things that go behind it that kind of allowed for this to go through. So we're splitting our trip in Kona, between Kona and the Hilo side, and just having a blast. And I wouldn't have known to watch for that deal. I wouldn't have known that it is a good deal, right? Using the 30, 60, 90 rule and doing all of these other things that are talked about in here in order to make that happen. So I'm super excited. It's going to be for my birthday and for my anniversary, and we're doing just the most. Aww. Just a fishing trip to where you go catch the fish and you bring it back and they fillet it, then you take it and eat it. So I'm super excited about that. That's my most.
And let me just jump in here real quick. You know that it's a good deal if Carrie, who as we talked about before, tall drink of water, just like my boyfriend, 6'4". If you're gonna You're going the budget way, but you're getting the exit row. So look how you made that work for yourself, right?
Yeah. And I'm 6'4", so it's kind of,
Yeah.
I'm kind of exit row or bust. I physically do not fit in like a regular economy seat, like length or depth, you know? So anyway,
And you
so that's
made it
just my
work.
most recent one. And I'm excited because it's a cash deal. Like, and if you want the numbers, you can DM me. I can show you the numbers and how
Well,
it'll
and
break
if you'll
down.
see the comment below from Joel, translation of the
Oh,
7
yeah.
cent redemption. Joel, thank you. He's, Joel's usually here with us, and now he's in the background making it happen. Translation of a 7-cent redemption. Instead of redeeming 30,000 points for 300, it's a 1 cent redemption. You redeemed 50,000 points for 2,100. Now, and
Yeah.
I know we talk about this in the book, but if you'll just comment calculator, we'll send you a link to a great way if you want to just sort of play around with it a little bit. And again, it's in the book as well. But just make sure that you right click and you save it, because it's a really, really cool Excel spreadsheet. Oh, it makes my heart sing because I love Excel, but it's super fun way to figure out what kind of deals you're getting. But thank you for breaking that down, Joel. That's perfect.
Yeah, I love the calculator. Like before Joel released that, math is, I'm only this is my humor, right? So this is meant for me, but I'm only half Asian. My dad's Vietnamese, but my ability to math off the cuff doesn't come from that side, right? So a little stereotype humor in there. And so when Joel released this calculator, it changed my life. And now I'm not, like, I don't even need to use it as much, because now I know, because I've used it so much in the past, that I can just see how the information is duplicatable, right? I can see, oh, this is 50,000 points or it's $1,000. Well, that's not so great, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're just be able to move forward with that. But we're here to really let's unleash the power of hedging, right? And hedging your bets. Now, this is something that Joel talks about, and I really hope I do it some justice. We'd rather hedge than hack, right? Hacking is breaking into a system, right? We all have that aunt, that mom, that dad, that friend, somebody that's like, I got hacked, because they clicked on a link they weren't supposed to, or something that was a little fishy, or they got a text message from the power company that said their identity was stolen or something, and they clicked on it, and then they logged in with their email, all this stuff, right? So we're hedgers here, and because we want to hedge our bets, we want to make good choices, and everything is a risk to reward, right? In most things, whenever you gamble, whenever you invest, whenever you buy a house, there's risk to reward and everything. Car shopping, there's risk to reward. And so what we're here to do to hedge, instead of taking high risk and with a chance of a little reward, we're here to learn how to make smart investments, and we're going to hedge our bets with education, right? And this is the place to start for your education. So the core thing, one of the core concepts, is the JGOOT way is not just points. It's not just cash deals. It's the way you think about going. Like 2 years ago, my planning for New York City would have trumped anything else, and I would have flat out ignored it. But I'm saving 50% just in hotel, like transportation and flights, in my cash and my costs, just literally by going where the deal is instead of going where we were planning. Think about that. That's a mindset shift that I had to go through from the time I was exposed to JGOOT till now. Now, I always thought that I was a really smart traveler. I made sure that post-college I chose an industry or multiple industries that kept me traveling, because I love being with my friends all over the country, all over the world. So it's always made sense to me. But hedging my travel and doing everything like this now with the JGOOT way, it starts up here. It starts here, but then let this information go to here. And then this is a little cheesy kumbaya, but follow your heart about it too, right? Like I want to go to the Big Island. The deal popped up. I'm flying Alaska. They had a buy one, get one free sale for like 8 hours. And when you do, go, like, let's do it. Let's see what happens. And so that's what we want you to do. Like, allow that JGOOT way from the book into your head and from the head into your heart, and buy in. Like on my advising calls, I often tell people, like, give yourself permission to think that what we do is right? Give yourself permission. Give yourself permission that it's not about you being wrong, but you don't know what you don't know. And so we're here to tell you what we know. And I don't know if you've seen any posts inside this group, but there's plenty of people that are putting it to work and getting results. And so that's what we want you to do alongside of us.
I feel like we're at Church of Carrie just a little bit.
Got me preaching.
1,000%. The good kind.
Got me so preaching.
Oh, I do, and I love it. I'm here to tell you. But let me also comment on that too. And you said that about, that this is not a new thing for you with travel. And we have a lot of our experts and many people in the village as well as the lounge that literally had to undo a lot of times when you do come from this mindset of, I'm such a great traveler, I got this all down pat. There's a lot you have to unlearn. Stan Mira is one of them. She just finished this whirlwind for her birthday trip. I mean, she did where was she? At Bali, all over the place. Where wasn't
she? That's an easier question. She wasn't in Antarctica. So now we can just go on.
That's one we can clip off of that. And Joel was the same way too. Joel's our founder. You see him with me here every week as well. Had to unlearn a lot of things because they thought they knew the right way to do it. So this book is a really, really great way to get that started. So yes. Okay, so here we go. Congratulations on completing your new ebook. Now read it again.
Yep, now read it again. Actually, I did see where Joel dropped the Amazon link
to
the book. So that's fantastic. I would encourage you. I don't know all the back workings or anything, but yes, this is actually available on Amazon to you, and you can order it right now. But I would highly, highly, highly encourage you to grab that PDF, because getting the book is not just the only thing. And this is more of a back-end system type thing, but go get that PDF so that way we know that you got it. That way you get into our system, and then either myself or Anthony can start chatting with you. That way you'll get text messages from us. Yeah, we send out a bunch of text messages and a bunch of emails, but it's because we want you to have the information. None of it is valueless. It all is intentional in the process of shifting your mindset to become a JGOOT traveler, to travel the JGOOT way.
So if you could comment book, that way what Carrie's saying will get you into the system, which is great, and we promise we won't be spamming you. And then if you do order it on Amazon, as Joel's got that link in here, so you can click on it very easily. If you go through the comments and leave us a review, pretty please, with sugar on top. Those do really well. I mean, if anybody knows it's in e-commerce, that is definitely the nicest thing you can do.
Yeah. Let's chat. Let's hop on the phone. Somebody just dropped that book of calling. But anyway, so number one, read it again. If you've already read it twice, you read it 3 times. If you've done some great redemptions out of it, fantastic, amazing. But read it again. Like every time I get on the phone and talk to someone and they ask a question and we go through here, then I get to learn something new and something more. And again, it's about. Oh, Brooke is correcting us. I apologize.
Thank you, Brooke. That's what I meant too. The link is to go ahead and leave a review.
Oh, gotcha. That's me.
Yes, yeah. Footlights keeps us on the straight and narrow.
Yeah. So after the conference, physical copies. But right now, if you've already read it, go drop a review on there. Beautiful. Love that.
Yes, yes.
So
I love this comment too. Love getting texts from Jagoot. Reminds me to stay on track. Oh, I'm the same thing.
Yeah. So go through and learn it. Like, yeah, I'm here to teach it. Our experts and coaches, like they're here to teach it too, but they're constantly learning. You've heard there's some quotes out there about being a lifelong student, and travel is the same exact way. Traveling the JGOOT way is very much that. So learn it, try it. Somebody said earlier, rinse and repeat, and make it happen. So that way you can keep that information fresh. I just rewatched a movie yesterday that I haven't watched for 10 years, and it felt like I was watching it all over again, even though I knew I watched it. There were things that I didn't remember from the first time, from a decade ago, and it turned out to be a whole new experience for me. I'm at a different place, different perspective, and the information in here is going to be the same way. Fill out the
book too. Sorry, to rereading it, go through some of your experiences too. I mean, even after this weekend, if you're going to be here at our event, you're going to see it in a different way the more that you learn. You got to surf, ride a little bit, and then learn some more.
Absolutely. And if you're somebody that likes to piecemeal, like kind of piece it together, it's like what's that saying? Like, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer is one bite at a time. Or how do you eat a cake? One bite at a time. How do you eat anything? One bite at a time. And so it's like, do the parts that review what you know and then put it in practice, but then go learn something else. These are great foundational principles. And the exercises, let's see if I can turn to one real fast. The exercises that are in here we go. check-in exercise. Like, we have things to help you know and practice what you just learned, right? It's a workbook. This is a whole workshop happening inside your home, but fill them out, print them out, do it, do the math. If you're not a natural mather like me, that's okay. Read it out loud, try it, get to learn it so that way you can make it happen. Okay. So fill out those exercises, and they're rewarding too, not just in you learning, but also financially as well. Like, that's a beautiful quote from Shannon for sure. I love that. All right.
I do too. And it looks like a lot of people are interested in getting on the text list. So we'll comment and let you know how to get that done.
Yep. If you bought the book, then you should have, when you put in your phone number, and you should be getting messages from us. If not, just say, like, well, we'll go through the comments, so we'll make sure.
Yeah, we'll come back through it, Virginia. Thank you. I saw a couple of people comment on that. So Jennifer,
all right.
She likes to refer to it as a workbook.
Yeah, because it's what it is. Like, it's like, put in the work to save the money. 100%. Yes. All right. So number 3, shift your mindset. We've already talked a lot about mindset, so I'm not going to focus a lot right here, but it does require you to think a little bit different, a little bit or a lot of it. And the more you're willing to think outside the box, or the more you're willing to relearn what you think you know, the more results you're going to get. And the more results, the better skills you're going to be. I mean, think about in your job, in your relationship, wherever you are in your life right now. 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you were not as good, as equipped to deal with it, to address it, to grow in it as you are now. I was on the phone with a business owner 3 days ago, and she's like, well, I just don't know if I can learn this. And so I just flat out told her, I was like, well, you started your business 25 years ago. And now today, there's things that you don't even know that you're doing to run your business.
Right.
You have no clue, because you don't sit and think about, okay, I need to put together my end of month reports. Okay, I need to make sure I have my contacts with my suppliers. Like, that's all unconscious competence, right? It's all unconscious. At some point you had to think about doing it. Now you just do it. The JGOOT way is 100% that way too, because once you start doing it, I'm never going back, because why should I pay retail? So shift your mindset.
I feel like I want to have little coaching calls with you each week, but I bet everybody says that, and everybody's like, get in line, woman, get in line. Seriously, unconscious competence. Dang, I really love that. Here's a JGOOT problem. I need to stop traveling my current schedule so I can reread and reread. That's awesome.
That's funny. Yeah. That's funny. Number 4 here, embrace flexibility. Again, like Joel showed some Venn diagram in some time in the past where it's flexible on location, flexible on when you can go, and what's the third one? I can't remember.
Oh gosh, now Joel, come on.
Yeah.
Quote you back to us.
I remember it. But anyway, there was these really cool percentages about like saving, right? About like how much you can save or how much you can expect to save. And it just blew my mind, right? And so again, referencing my most recent experience with this Hawaii trip that's coming up in September, like I embraced flexibility, got on the phone with my partner and was like, yo, do you want to go to Hawaii instead of New York? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. And then canceled, rebooked, 3 hours total, everything all done, and making it happen because we're flexible that way. Now our time frame wasn't flexible because, well, he runs a restaurant and he doesn't have a lot of time off and like life still gets us there. Mm-hmm. But if we planned out the New York trip 9 months ago, right? So we had that week to do something. And so the flexible and destination we were able to apply. In the future, we do have time flexibility, but embrace it. Be okay with it. You know, I love seeing the posts in the village of like, you know, oh, I did my point hedging activity in the book and I found this flight to go to Nashville, to go to Dallas, to go to Manchester, New Hampshire. I have no idea where that came from, but found a deal to do this. So we're going to go do it, taking the long weekend, planning for Labor Day, whatever the case may be. Like, just embrace that flexibility because it's going to be worth your time to consider that flexibility.
And I think that the thing that you're saying could really cause some panic in some people of like, wait, what do you mean that you just said I'm going? I mean, you cannot get any or one polar opposite of which way you're headed from Vegas, right? And yeah. Which I love. So also embracing change in that sense of like, it's okay to do that. I mean, what if you've told everybody, hey, we're going here, there, and there. If they get used to you being the JGOOT way, they're like, oh, they're going there instead, right? So you don't have to stick to the script on that at all, too. Joel's got some comments. I don't know if he says, one of the exercises is learning how to double or triple the value of your points. For instance, 12,000 points should not be redeemed for a $150 hotel. Get that calculator, by the way, folks, and then you'll literally get little, you're doing great, you're doing horrible kind of algorithms that'll pop up with how you, with the numbers that you put in. But if it's a $240 or a $360 a night, go for it. Mira's here. Mira's everywhere, and I'm loving it. Shifting the mindset is the biggest secret of the JGOOT way. Welcome back, darling, and happy belated birthday, by the way. That was that one way to spend the birthday. Flip the script, or the red pill, red pill, the matrix, exactly. Lisa, good for you. My first book after reading the ebook was, our first booking was $3,500 for $199.
Wow.
Get it. Retired.
Amazing.
So flexible. Yay for you. Flexibility on who you go with. Wife, husband can't go with a friend. Thank you for that, Joe. That's really great too. Also retired. Flexibility is my friend.
And it's not, and you don't have to be retired to be able to think and do the JGOOT way. You don't have to have
kids grown, right?
You don't have to have 600 million points in order to travel the JGOOT way. You have to make the decision first, and then everything that we're talking about can come up. Flexibility is going to look different to you. Like maximum flexibility is that, but how you are able to piece it together with destination, with time frame, however, and we can help that make sense too on the phone, on the advising call, as we talk about, okay, you've read the book and now we're going forward, and let's see how we can do that for sure. That's a good one there.
It's a great comment here. Not retired, but being flexible and finding great deals makes you travel more. Now everyone asking if I am retired, but we're not. That's really great.
Love it.
Saying loves the why do you workbook, like taking a quiz, former teacher. Yep, that's your love language, right? $199 for 350, 3,500 points is a 6-cent redemption. Whoever that was, good job. Oh, that's awesome. Good. Joel, tell us what were you asking? What were the 3 things that Joel had said?
Oh, the flexibility on that Venn diagram that he did. It was like to save like 60 to 90%, which was in the middle. There was like time and destination, and then something else. There is this one comment here. It says about clarification for the books. I misspoke. You cannot buy a physical copy today. Go to jgoot.com/book or comment book in the comments there, and we'll get you that link so that way you can get the $7 amazing PDF of the physical book that will come out in the future. So completely, that's the way to get it.
Yes, and you can also have it printed off.
Yeah,
honestly.
I printed my first version, just black and white, just back, front and back. It's like 50 something pages front and back, and so that was fantastic. So anyway, moving on. Number 5, applying for the right cards. When you're reading the book, we talk about our 2 cards that we recommend for everything to start with. There's a link right there, jgoot.com/cards. If you know what they are, drop it in the chat. Tell me what they are. If you have the cards, or if you know the cards, we have 2 from 2 different financial institutions. And we believe, like, if you're going to earn points to redeem them, traveling the JGOOT way, you don't have to have it. Rule number 1 is go where the cash deals are, right? That's rule number 1. You don't need a specific card for that. However, to really maximize what we do here and what we're teaching you, especially in the book, inside this group and in our coaching program, having those cards is a crucial point to be able to work the system and hedge your bets and hedge your travel. I see all the answers right here. Yes, Chase Sapphire and American Express Platinum. Those are the 2 that we recommend.
This one. Like, not even going to type it out. CSPAE, like boom, boom, boom. We're going with abbreviations. Even Sherman's doing it. Oh gosh, I love that. Oh, that's
amazing.
Yeah.
Like, how many acronyms can you come up with right now? Ready, set, go. So get started though, and exploring what they are. There's in the book talks about why start with Chase. I'm not going to sit here and tell you because Joel already put it together for you. So learn why. Okay, now you have Chase. You've learned how to do that. We recommend getting $1,000 of travel value for every $10,000 you spend on it, and then move forward.
Woohoo,
And
Tim. Way to go, by the way.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So make sure you have the right cards in your wallet, because that's going to help you maximize what we do here, but also the systems that currently exist.
Agree.
And then when you do get the cards, you meet the MS. So read that. Let's see who's got this. Probably going to be Facebook user, huh, Mia?
Oh, we are. Okay, you ready? All right, here we go.
We're getting lots of comments, but this is
see
for
it
the
yet.
first travel save $100 travel savings card. First person that comments what MS stands for.
In the meantime, let's talk about Michelle. I love it. Printed in full color cover with sheet protectors. Get it, girl. Oh, I see it. Do you see the comments? You can pull it up.
I do. I see it. Let's see.
There you go. Now, we will not be able to tell you who was the first person. So Brooke from above is going to let us know who the first person to comment was, because it doesn't always show up correct over here. So Brooke will let you know.
Yes. So I saw it on there, and I think I saw the name, but then there's a whole bunch of people that are still just listed as Facebook user on our side, but that's okay. But it is minimum spend. It is minimum spend. And whenever you do enroll in a card, there is an offer on the front that has a minimum spend on there. And we want you to achieve that, because then there's a little bit of a goodie bag that comes from the company itself. So good on you. Definitely not manufactured spending. We don't teach that.
No, I was just going to say, do you want to comment on manufactured spending?
No, we don't.
Do not do. And just so you know, I say this every week, or Joel says it, or one of us do, of like, we are not talking about with meeting that minimum spend of something that you cannot afford. Just start pushing all of your regular things that you buy into that spend, switch over everything. I love that. Like anything, just get those reminders. Dropbox, Netflix, paying whatever you can with that to meet that minimum spend, but know that this is something you need to pay off every month, because if you're carrying a balance, it just negates everything that we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very crucial. Like, and something I say on every call, like, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a credit card advisor. I'm not your banker. I'm not your mom. Like, I'm not anybody that should give you any type of financial information. That's not what we're here for. We're here to teach you how to maximize the system that exists for you to get the maximum reward out of it by doing the least amount of work. I mean, it's a lot of work, but compared to other travel education, the other things out there, we love what we do here because it's simple, and we're here to help you maximize the simplicity of a few simple principles and you learning some skills to take it forward.
Yeah, so that was Kim's answer to your question number 7, which I love. So excellent. All right. So
all right. And I saw the answer already come through here. And yes, that does stand for sign up bonus. And so that's something that's really great to achieve, because then you're going to get a 60 or 80 or 90,000. Each card has a different starting point. And then sometimes there's personal offers. Sometimes they do different things throughout the month, but something that I've said 1,000 times on the phone at this point is, don't sit and wait. Yes, Sue, you're working. Don't sit and wait for a better sub. Like, start earning today. Earning these flexible points are going to help shift the way that you travel in the future in a way that if you sit and wait. I was on the phone with a woman that she's like, well, I don't want to get my sign up bonus. I don't want to get my card yet, the Chase Sapphire, because I'm already doing XYZ. And she's got significant spend through the month. And so I was like, hey, you could wait 3 months to do that, but then you're already going to miss out on 20,000 points earned just from your regular life. So you can still earn whatever you want, or earn your cash back, or whatever else she's got going on. But why wait? For a bump in a sub, a bump in a sign up bonus, like, don't wait. Like, get it, use it, learn it. And that's where we're going to talk about a couple more things. So good on you.
Yeah. Jessica, yay, we see you, darling. And I was wondering, Jessica, that comment about the people think you're retired, I was like, that sounds like Jessica's lifestyle.
Definitely.
So we knew it was you.
Definitely. Next thing, number 8, practice your earning multipliers. Now, what is an earning multiplier? How does it work? How do I look? What do I do? jgoot.com/book, like comment book. And the book is going to do that. I'm not going to talk to you about it right now and today to teach you about it, because Joel already did that. He put it in print. So you can definitely learn that. And there's just simple ways of doing it. I've got a couple screenshots for you. Now, these are a little tiny, so I'll kind of talk it through. This is a screenshot from the Chase shopping portal about offers that have 6 points per dollar or above, and then the 5 points per dollar. There's a bunch of things on here that you may consider. My favorite Mexican restaurant across the street from my house is listed on restaurant.com. And right now it's at a 15 point per dollar. So guess what? I can go buy a $100 gift card to the little Mexican restaurant across the street from my house that I go to. And for every $100 I buy through my Chase shopping portal, I get 1,500 points. For that same, if I just went in and swiped it, I would just get 100 points for that $100. See how this is working? I'm multiplying my efforts by buying it through restaurant.com. I was so excited when I saw that, Mia. I can't even begin to tell you.
And it's these little things like that that add up, and then you do kind of you've gamified it for yourself, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So that was an example from Chase for our American Express card holders. This is just a screenshot from Rakuten earlier today. I just searched the word flowers, and proflowers.com, FTD flowers. Listen, send flowers. Why? I had to learn to believe this for Valentine's Day this year, right? Because they had a 20, Sherman, you're funny. They had 20 points per dollar on Rakuten for, I don't remember what flower company it was. So I sent my mom flowers. I sent my my mother-in-law flowers. I sent my partner flowers. Everybody got flowers. Because why? I earned thousands of points for loving them and sending them flowers for Valentine's Day. So it worked so good. I was super excited about that. And then one other search we have here is for printer ink. If you use printers, if you use anything, you print at home. I have a laser printer here. I do a fair amount of printing. I invested in a laser one. It costs like $500 to replace all of my cartridges, but it's only like once every 18 months or so. But every 18 months or 2 years, I can get, let's see if I can see this one, on 123 inkjets up to 14% off. So if my cartridges are listed on there at 14%, I'm spending $500. Woo! Someone math that for me. What's 500 times 14? I don't want to math.
Do not look at me, but I will tell you. And if you can't get it on 123 inkjets, you can go right over next door. Look at what's next to it, Office Depot. So
Yep.
that's a really great rate
So
as well.
these are just ways like, yes, is it an extra step? Sure, but I don't see it as extra. I see it as an added benefit. This is allowing me to buy the things that I use in my everyday life and be rewarded for trips and hotels and flights. Shannon says it's 17,000 points for my, that's a solid domestic flight using points. Like, holler, let's do it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So he says, is this list in the book? So somebody asked, is this list in the book? So
this skill is discussed in the book for you to know.
This is a living, breathing list.
Yes. Like this list changes. Like these are just screenshots from today. Mm-hmm. And it's going to change different holidays. There's different perks and all these other things. And like it's going to shift and change, but the basics are in the book. So comment book if you want to learn how to use the basics of your earning multipliers. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Okay, this one's important too. Learn your transfer partners. Again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you exactly how to do it. There is a thing called Dr. Google. Google has its PhD in pretty much everything, but use it for travel things. Okay, go on Google. If you're not sure, type in Chase transfer partners or Ultimate Reward transfer partners. As I'm typing on my imaginary keyboard here, go on your American Express, look up your transfer partners.
Joel, thank you. An extra step that earns you 200% to 5,000% faster than you can redeem them for 200% to 2,500% more. Point flipping 101, again, in the book.
Well, that's even my little Mexican restaurant across the street from my house. Like I have no desire in an annual basis to spend $1,500 there. Like I would be the size of a house if I ate there $1,500 worth of food at $10 a plate, right?
Sherman's comment.
Yeah, that's 150 lunches or dinners in a just using a calendar year to earn organically, just swiping my card by going in there with just a regular 1 point per dollar earning card. To earn $1,500 would be 1,500 points would be $1,500. But now I can go there, take 3 or 4 people with me, use my $100 gift card, and get 1,500 points because I bought it through there. So I am Team Tacos constantly. And yeah. So anyway, back to transfer partners. So get to know who they are. Like show me if you've transferred points, or if you've read or you've seen for either Chase or American Express, drop in the comments the transfer partner. We have hotels and we have airlines. The primary two.
I'm not sure who this is. Mira must have dropped some jewels in there, working and being consistent and persistent. Absolutely.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. So let's see. So as you're commenting those, Avios, yep, Hyatt. Hyatt is for Chase. Chase to Hyatt, Virgin Atlantic, Air France.
Yep. There we go. Chase to Hyatt. There you go, Shannon. Hyatt, IHG, Bonvoy, Chase Hyatt, and Amex to UA. Love it. I'm definitely Hyatt. I just got the points to go to an undisclosed location. Chris, you're on here, so we can't tell you where I'm taking you for your big birthday in December, but it's going to be good, and it's a Hyatt property, so there we go. And it does have a little palm tree on it, just so you know.
Let's see this comment here. Chase points back is better than 0. That is true. That is true. However, 15 points per dollar is way better than $1 or 1 point per dollar. Say.
Yeah.
So love it. So learn who they are. Okay, learn who they are. Keep them under your belt, because that's going to help you when it comes time for redeeming them. So that way you know what you're looking for.
Yes.
So, and practicing it, right? Practicing it. You don't have to be going tomorrow to Athens to go practice a round trip flight from Washington D.C. airport to Athens. Just an example trip, right? You don't have to be doing it. I run practice points. I've decided to check out what's it going to be like to get my mom and dad next year to Vietnam, because my dad's Vietnamese. Hasn't been back since before 2020. And so I'm practicing each day, like learning routes, looking from Los Angeles, from San Francisco, from Las Vegas, flying through all these different things, because I want to see what it's like. Of course, we have our experts and we have everything going on here, but I want to get that muscle stronger for myself. I want to get that muscle. Oh, what's Joel's going to say there?
It goes with this, because this in our slide is saying we're doing the live demo. We're actually just doing what Carrie's talking about as well, but we are going to be teaching members at the conference about Chase Amex Transfer by heart, as well as in the live stream. So we will be doing some live streams as well from the conference this weekend. So tune in.
I see some chatter about the restaurant.com. I feel like I opened a giant can of worms.
You did, and it's exciting.
Listen, if you're not eating free chile verde or like chimichangas, like that's what I get from my Mexican restaurant over here, then roll out with it. But just do the math, right? You got to do the math. If it's going to be, should I buy it through Rakuten? Should I buy it through Chase? I don't have Chase, or I don't have Rakuten, or I don't have American. What doesn't matter? Like, go get it. If you're getting more than 3 points per dollar. I'm happy with earning 3. The more the merrier, for sure. But I have my baselines that I like to live by, and I just kind of roll with that. So you do the math. You have to do the math to see how it works for you. And then when it comes down to practicing redemption multipliers, we've talked about the calculator. When you're doing your searches, this is one. Probably need to go bigger or go home. This is one we found this morning, just at a Hyatt in Orlando. And if you have the calculator, and I know it's kind of tiny, but when it comes down to it, $6,500 per night, or it's $218. So if you have your calculator, or if you can do the math, the wrong side of my brain is not working to do this while we're talking here. But this is a great This is a pretty great redemption, showing you at well over 1 cent per point in the redemption. But practice it. Just because you're not going today doesn't mean you're not going to go in the future. And you might find a deal, i.e. Hawaii, that's going to just blow your socks off, and you have to make it happen.
It's such a great idea, Carrie, to do that, just to pull these different sites up and then get the calculator out. You're right, and just goof around with it, start crunching the numbers. Your mind gets really, really good at it. Ty says it's a 3.3 cent redemption.
Fantastic.
Yes, which I love.
That's a really, really great redemption for a stay. And now think about it. If I would have bought my restaurant.com certificate, right, for $100, it's given me 1,500 points. We can math to make that 1,500 to 600 points. So I could I could actually eat Mexican food for 3 months and have enough points to then take it to go to Orlando and stay there for buying burritos.
Maybe there's also points, something with the gym as well too, that we can offset
sure,
that, right? See,
I'm sure. Or I'll just go with I just won't buy any food there. I'll freeze my burritos and take them in my bag.
And then take your friends with you too, which I love as well. That's awesome.
But practice, whether it's flights, whether it's hotels, go familiarize yourself with it. Again, your job that you are in right now, or the career that you retired from, think about your first day there. You were not an expert. You were not the director. You were not someone that was informed. And so give yourself a little grace and start with the basics and start out and then make it happen.
Which I love. So I wanted to point this out so you'll see that somebody said, I'm a little timid to pull the trigger on transferring points since I'm finding good deals with flights and hotels for cash. And Stan Mira says, lucky. I'd rather do cash than points. We get that. So with that, what I want to comment is if you're watching this in the replay, just make sure to go back and actually look at the comments, because as they're pulling it up here, you're going to see, we can't see it as well here on the live stream, everyone answering each other. So if you're watching this, go back through the comments again and see how everybody's chatting with one another and answering questions. There's a lot of little nuggets that here to be mined here in the comments.
Yeah,
so.
Just as an example, going back to Hawaii, it's $2,000 for hotel, flights, and car rental. I could have used points, sure. That's an option for me. However, the cash deals were insane. Absolutely insane. And so why would I I'd rather save my points to go to Europe or go to Asia. Hawaii is not far from me. I'm in Vegas. It's a 9th island. And we're going to go on and do that.
Excellent use of a hashtag, Jill. I got to give you this much. $100 spent at 15x at restaurants.com, and then redeeming those points for 3 cents each means that you get $45 on that $100 back. Hashtag eat your heart out, 2 cents back, cash back cards.
Yeah, and that's way more valuable than 2 pennies. Come on. So practice. We're here. The book is going to walk you through what a practice looks like, because that's what we do here, right?
There's a code avocado to get a $15 restaurant gift card for $6.30 today. We're going to crash the site, so thanks for that.
Restaurant.com. The nerds over there are just where's all this traffic coming from?
What happened? Trying to track it down.
All these
chases what
around us.
That's awesome. Oh, this is good. Yeah.
Number 11, dream big. Where do you want to go? With whom do you want to go? When do you want to go? How do you want to go? Why do you want to go? All the questions. Answer those questions. This is going to be a little high directed. This is from Carrie's heart right to your ears. But make some choices. Someday you can't find someday on a calendar. Right? Have you ever heard that before? My preacher used to say that. My mentors used to say that. My coaches have always said that. There's no such thing as someday. There's 7 days a week. And someday isn't one of them. Oh, I want to go to Greece someday. Or I want to go to Istanbul someday. Or I want to go to Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso someday. That's just my favorite city in the entire world to say.
And I love to say it.
Ouagadougou. And so, dream. But also practice planning, practice, we just talked about, practice your redemption. So where do you want to go? Why do you want to go? I've never looked up a reward trip from the West Coast of the United States to Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, Vietnam. I started that 3 days ago. So because my mom and dad aren't in this group, because I want to get them next year them to go. And I want them to go, and so that they can pay whatever they want to over there, but I want to get them there and back.
I love it. What is it? Joel says, when is today a good time to make a change? Yep. Today is a good day to make that. And that pulling up Joel's comment and you saying that about taking your parents there. And one of my favorite moments on one of these shows is Joel getting almost teary-eyed talking about when you're realizing over the years how many people he's been able to take on trips with him, taking his family, taking all these different trips, and then how wonderful that is to get people to these places, especially people that are bringing in their parents to hang out with them and their kids. It's really sweet. I can't wait for you to make that happen. I do think the dreaming on the redemption is a great way for us who are points hoarders to get a little bit out of our comfort level, to kind of take a look at it, because I think if you try and dive into that deep end right away, you're going to I got to get back out, or the thought of changing from New York to Hawaii is a jarring thought, but you'll get used to it, and then it's super fun.
Even with this Hawaii trip, it's so important, because I'm sitting here going like, I want to go jump in a volcano. And my partner is like, bro, why would you ever? I'm like, I don't know. It just sounds like I just want to do it. I want to go stand at a caldera. I want to spit in it. I want to throw a rock into it. Like, I want to go. Now, will I go stand at the rim of an active volcano? No. But I want to talk about, because I'm hyping myself up. I am jacked out of my mind. Yeah. That's a little millennial phrase there for you. Of like, I cannot wait to get there. I cannot wait to do this. I cannot wait to chop the head off of a tuna. I cannot wait to go put my feet in green sand and white sand and black sand in the same day. So it was a dream for years, and now it's a plan.
How many time zones can you get through in a day? Let me pop this in, and then I'm going to give a quick plug for the lounge, because we also had a question here to Mira, the amazing Mira. And thank you. Look at how we queued each other up. I didn't even know this was coming up yet. Before Mira got on the call today, she helped a member buy $7,400 tickets to Europe for two for 97,000 points. It seems it's easier than it seems. You'll get there. Now, when she talks about helping a member, that is a member of the lounge. Man, did we cue this up well. I love this. Mwah. Chef's kiss. I can't wait to see you this week. Elevate your travel game by joining our high-end coaching program. So if you want to just comment interested, we'll talk to you about that. One of the questions that I saw earlier asked, is there JGOOT Village? That's what you are right now. This is where you have all this valuable information. We come to you live each week. It's either with Joel, or we have different experts that come on, and you'll get a ton of information. And then, of course, you could buy the book. That's the next level. The lounge is a level up from that. You'll need to apply to be a member, so you could set up a coaching call. Carrie's one of our coaches as well, too. Yeah. So just comment, Carrie. Get some Carrie. I want Carrie. Whatever you like to comment, put it in here.
Comment Carrie. Just
or go to jagoot.com, book a call. You can / book a call as well too. And talk a little bit about that. Some of that, what the calls are like, Carrie.
Like when we hop on the phone, one of the main things, and we did this is a live that we did in April, right? Sometime I think the third week of April, talking about what it's like to be on the phone with me or with Anthony or one of our team members. But the main thing to think about is, okay, what's next? What's next? Like, learn your principles. Like, you're exposed to them in the village. We teach you skills for you to then take out into the world and do inside the book. But if you're one of the few that says, okay, that's great, but what's next? Okay, that's amazing, but what happens when? Like, how can I do? What can I go? Like, we want, if you are that type of person that wants to go further faster, we're here for you. If you're someone that's going to value, a couple free trips domestically, a couple free stays, when you're visiting your family, or like I like the Hyatt Regency next to Disneyland because I pay next to nothing to stay there and have a free shuttle to go to Disneyland when I want to. Like, if that's something that you value, then, the principles in this book are going to take you there. But if you're someone that's like, I want to go 2 or 3 international places a year, I really want to maximize my earning potential, I want to just blow out the water redemption value. Like, Mira just dropped that example of a redemption. Did somebody do the math on that? What's $7,400 tickets, only 95,000 points. That's what that calculator's for. What's that redemption look like?
Do the math for me, Cindy, please. Because you and I, we are not, today's not the day, and I'm never the one.
So if you want to be in the lounge, like we're going to have a conversation, either you and me or you and Anthony, or maybe you and Shannon, like we're going to talk about, or maybe a combination of the three of us, we're going to have a conversation about what it is that you want. Because if the lounge makes sense for you with your goals, with your dreams, with your desires, if you're earning points, going back to slide number 5, 7.6.
Shannon, thanks, love.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she just has the calculations, like the equations, like tattooed on her forearm. She just plugs and plays numbers. She's so good at it. It's amazing.
Thank you. And Lynn busted it out too. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. Jessica, thank you for saying that. This is one of the many benefits of the lounge, what we just talked about with Mira. We would never be able to do this with our free coaching and keep up. Exactly. But that is why we have these weekly live streams. And like we have the book. I mean, either way, you really do need to get the book. It's just try and do something new with your brain.
Even just like this presentation, like, okay, so we assume that you read the book and now we're here. And same thing when we get on the phone, like for us to have the best quality conversation informed on both sides, we really have to have to get to know each other. But for me to get to know you, for Anthony to get to know you, effectively, the principles that are in the book should at least be inside you marinating somewhere, right? There should be some things that are starting to show up, and try it. Go out and try it. We can talk about, if we can just get on the phone, but I'm going to tell you to go read the book and then we can talk. So like, don't cut out that. That's the reason why it's there.
Right. Show up somewhat prepared. All right. Take us out with this comment and then we'll do one more giveaway.
Yes. So this is just, I love this so much. It's like your journey with the JGOOT way is just started. If you're here and you're new, we have lounge members in the chats too. I love seeing so many of our JGOOT friends and everything that just contributing and just talking about their experiences. But dream bigger, travel smarter, unlock a world of adventure. It sounds a little woo-woo, sounds a little fortune cookie, but it's true. It's true. If you're someone that collects experiences and you pay to collect those experiences, like I'd rather get 3 or 4 experiences out of the same $1,000 than just one. I'm traveling the same volume that I was traveling last year, but I'm paying significantly less. And that's where my personal win comes into play.
And that's most of the time what people cannot get their head around, because they just either think that increases exponentially with that too. Here's Joel trying to get me to drop the 2 method. Drop the 2 zeros method. I get you, Joel. I get you. I love it. 97,000. I'm not even going to read that. You get it.
Yeah. There's, for people that need math, there's math. Like we just asked the question. We're too cute to math, right?
I'm too cute to. Like I said, today's not today, and I'm certainly never the one. But I love that, and I love that we have people that are so good at that too. So, well, listen. This has been the Church of Travel with Reverend Carrie. And that's your new title. Join us. And we call Mira the Queen. We absolutely do. All right. It looks like we have so many comments. So thank you for encouraging everybody with putting out their emojis and their places that they want to go. We've got about 660 comments so far. So give me a drum roll. I can't do it on my computer. Commenter. Hold on. Let me do my little thing. 175. Winner. Not a chicken dinner, but $100 travel savings card. You really have started a fire with this restaurant.com.
Oh, I see that.
I love it. All right. Well, we are now at 34 minutes past the hour. Like we thought it was going to be a quickie with me and Carrie on this call. I don't know what we were thinking. It's been wonderful and delightful. Carrie, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you, for joining. Joel, thank you for this amazing platform to help educate and reach people. To all our coaches and our experts and our lounge members, village members, brand new people. Today is the day. Joel said it earlier. Today is your day. Make the decision today to start traveling totally different for the rest of your life. Collect experiences and then turn around and do it for others. Like, I can't wait to help my mom and dad get back to Vietnam. And life is good. So Mia, thank you so much. You're always amazing. I cannot wait to meet you first time ever in person.
And just in real life, all these things. I love it. Listen, we love y'all. Thank you so much and happy travels. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.